Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Mangena, creator of the Beyond Intention Paradigm, best-selling author of Stepping Beyond Intention, host of the Do It With Dan podcast, and I'm empowering you to choose the abundant, joyful, purpose-driven life and dream with your eyes open. Over the years, I've been supporting people creating outcomes that they want to have in their life. There are a few things that have shown up. One is that everybody believes they don't have enough time. And number two is everybody complains that they don't have enough money. Or if they've got the time, they don't have the money. Or if they've got the money, they don't have the time. So one of the areas I love to work with people is showing them how they can have abundance in their finances and do so on command. And to that end, I've got some really simple tools that I've created that tried and tested in getting people to deliberately choosing to have more financial abundance in their lives. And in this video, I'm going to take you through 3 secrets that will show you how you can start bringing that into your life starting today. Secret number 1 is probably one of the most brief and yet one of the most powerful. It invites us to recognize that nearly everybody that's stuck and finds that they're unable to get to the next step in their development, the next level of financial abundance, the next breakthrough, it's that we're trapped in something that I call the perpetual planning loop. What the perpetual planning loop says is that, generally speaking, we can get so caught up in planning to be somewhere that we don't actually end up going. It's like spending the entire time planning your holiday and never actually booking it, or always designing the recipe and never cooking it. So breaking free from the perpetual planning loop, which is one of the things I speak about in my book and some of my other trainings, and I'll give you guys some free support on that if that's something that you need, is understanding that so long as I'm just addicted, committed to, or in a habit or cycle of planning, preparing, wishing, hoping, dreaming, or talking about, I'm never going to get there. I can't plan to be somewhere and be there at the same time. I can't be coming up with the idea of the recipe and cooking it at the same time. I actually have to move forward and actually start making progress in the direction of what I want. So in terms of your financial abundance, it's understanding that so long as you're still thinking that you need another course or another program or something else or something new to get you there, you're never going to get there. And I'm sure that by now, if you're anything like I was, and you've spent, I've spent a lot of money on personal development, but if you spent any time accumulating all these programs, most of which you probably haven't done and you know what I'm talking about, then a lot of them are kind of saying the same thing in different ways. See, truth is just truth. There isn't some big, massive silver bullet that's going to take you from where you are to where you're going to be. It's just a matter of aligning the truth to you so that you can start to find your flow and move into it. And that's something we'll talk about another time. But secret number 1 is, if you're stuck, you may be caught in a perpetual planning loop. And the thing to do is to start breaking free of that by taking immediate action. Secret number 2. One of the reasons why you may be stuck and not making movement forward is because you're caught in a state of disconnect based on the reality that your mindscape is probably confused. What do I mean by this? See, people think of the mind as one thing, but actually there are many parts to the mind, and those mind parts generally sit in one of 2 camps: the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And see, what happens is the conscious mind, that we actually only really work in 5% of the day. I think the numbers are around 5% of our day spent in the conscious mind, is when we're consciously choosing to do something, we're making a decision to do something. But most of our life functions, and most of our experience in life is run on our subconscious programs that we operate on 95% of the time. So when there's a conflict between what we're consciously saying we want and what we subconsciously are holding as the vision of our lives, that disconnect creates a dysfunction that means that we don't end up moving forward. We end up getting caught in loops, getting stuck, self-sabotaging, and just not moving forward. So secret number 2 is, you're probably confused in your mind space, and creating alignment and harmony between those 2 parts of the mind. Really bringing the subconscious mind into alignment with what you've chosen consciously, that will start getting you having some breakthroughs and moving forward. So start looking for where the disconnects are showing up in your life. And once you start witnessing those disconnects, you can start making appropriate plans and taking appropriate action to move beyond them. But unless we're aware of them, unless we're shining a light on them, we're going to continue to be held prisoner to that dysfunction and disconnection, and ultimately those subconscious patterns, which at the end of the day will always win. Like I say, the subconscious mind never loses. It runs at 10,000 to 10 million times the speed of the conscious mind. So finding ways to work with the subconscious mind and create shifts in that mindset so that your conscious choices align with it, and then you start seeing things moving forward, is really the basis here in secret number 2. Secret number 3 is one that sometimes people get a bit upset to hear from me, and that's basically a very, very quite undeniable fact that runs along what we spoke about a moment ago in secret number 2 in relation to the mind, and that's that your environment is always a perfect reflection of exactly what your wealth thermostat is. We all have a wealth thermostat. We all have a level that our subconscious mind believes is acceptable and possible for us to live in. And it's not difficult to work out what that is, because just look where you are most of the time. Most people stay within a certain band of limits of what they experience. They don't really go beyond this, and they don't really go above that. In fact, they did a test on lottery winners. I think it was in the States. I think it was 90% of all lottery winners went back to exactly where they were within 5 years. The poor went to being poor, the rich stayed rich, but most importantly, the people in the middle kind of went back to meddling around in the middle. And that's because the subconscious mind does not lose. Whatever pattern is held in that subconscious mind will always make its way to the front as being what we experience. So secret number 3 is identifying where you are on your wealth thermostat, and then using specific practices to shift you through to the next level that you want to experience. The mind doesn't lose and the environment doesn't lie, but neither one of those things has to stay the same. One great thing about my work is the whole idea that I keep things really simple. Keep it simple, stupid is real. Keep it super simple. If you don't know what stupid is, really simple too. I don't know if that's going to be a blooper, but here's the thing, guys. Creating new outcomes is not complicated. It's not easy, but it's not complicated. What I'd like to actually invite you to do is to take part in a free webinar that I'm offering, where I'm going to take you through some of the hacks that I share with my Micro to Millions community, which is a program that I've been running for a long time now, where we've been getting real results in taking people from where they are in their financial abundance to where they want to get to. So in this training, I'm going to take you through 3 really, really important things. Well, kind of 4. We'll call it 3, but really it's 4, because there's a piece that comes before it. But those 3 things are: number 1, how can you get super clear on the level of abundance you actually want? So even though my program is called Micro to Millions, and we are empowering people to get to millionaire status, not everybody wants to be a millionaire. Not everybody needs to be a millionaire. What we really want is a level of financial safety and stability. And we're going to show you exactly how to work that out for you. Number 2, I'm going to show you some simple tricks that you can use to start getting into alignment with that desire, so you can start having it show up in your life, so that you're not stuck in a perpetual planning loop, so that you're creating alignment with your mind and not having that dysfunctional disconnect because everything's confused. And number 3, not only establishing where your thermostat is now, but showing you how you can start to shift with ease and grace into new levels of abundance without needing to go and go into the mountains and sit with a monk, or spend the next 20 years, or for some 30, 40, 50 years saving money waiting for your retirement fund. How you can actually start having that abundance in your life now. And number 3, I'm going to show you some in-depth applications of a really cool tool I created called the Money Game, which will show you how to start bringing that alignment into your life immediately, and giving you the results that some of our guys have been having, where they've been writing intentions and finding bank accounts that have got thousands of dollars in, getting tax returns for things they haven't even filed yet, and all other sorts of financial miracles. So I want you guys to start having some financial miracles. So that's another thing that I'm going to be taking you through in this webinar. One of the biggest takeaways that people always leave this webinar with is that where they are now doesn't have to be where the story ends. Another great one is that the story that they've been running about where they're supposed to be, and beating themselves up and having this shame in some instances, regrets, and this anxiety and panic around finances, they don't have to have it. It's having a sense of clarity, a sense of peace, and the fact that you can be harmonious, you can be in flow, and you can really have fun creating more wealth and abundance in your life. So giving you the tools to do that is something that I'm really excited about doing. I'd love to have you on this webinar with us. If you've got anything from these 3 secrets I've shared with you today, you're going to be blown away by what I'm going to take you through in the webinar. And I'm really looking forward to having the opportunity to work on that with you. So go ahead and click the link below, connect with us, let us know if there's anything that you'd like to know more about or like more help with, and let's support you in creating an abundant, joyful, purpose-driven life, the life that you deserve and the life that's well within your reach. Looking forward to connecting with you on the webinar. Take care and bye for now.